Hey, how's it going, guys? We're back for another special episode. Me and my boys here to do the 2024 draft. Um, I'm excited. I've done 6 leagues already. Um, and I'm this one, and then I have one more. So total of
Damn.
8. I'm with it though. I'm ready. Um, But before we get into the drafts and before we do all that, I did want to just talk about what our reaction were to the cut downs. It's a pretty messed up day. You think about it, man. Like a
No, it ain't.
no, it isn't. Damn, Jaleel
It's
called.
a
No,
business.
It's a
no,
business.
it's a messed up day, man. Like I do love how the practice squad is 17 players. So essentially you get like a 69, 70 man roster now. So I do like that. So more people are getting taken care of, man. But it's just a messed up day.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty wild.
it is
Yeah.
what it is. We'll start with Bryce. How did the Packers do? Did they cut the right people? Did they keep the right people?
I think we cut the right people. We had a very young wide receiver room, but it was crowded. So we had a couple third year. Amari Torre, he was like a third year receiver. He did good for his time here. It's just I feel like the young cats took his spot basically, and it's kind of crazy. We cut both of our backup quarterbacks for
Willis.
for Willis, which
Yeah,
I was not expecting that. I'll tell you that.
that's crazy.
For them to cut the quarterback they just drafted and the other backup, I'm like, dang, we must really be
They
sold on Malik Willis right now.
they drafted Clifford this year.
Yeah, but I knew he wasn't.
Okay.
Anybody after Jay Love, I'm like, who is it?
Yeah, I mean you're
But
not worried, but
Malik Willis is not a bad pickup for your second string. He's at a spot where he's gonna have a solidified two role. It's not he might start, might not. He's gonna be in that two spot and he'll have time to just grow within the system. So I just want him to do his job.
no, I love Willis coming out of the draft. And I mean obviously he fell to the third round, but I thought he was like a first round talent, at least second round, but clearly I
Right.
was wrong. They traded a seventh rounder for him. That's
Nothing.
crazy.
Traded
That's
nothing for him.
that's crazy. That's
Because
very good upside for you guys.
yeah, I think Tennessee just didn't know what to do with him. I mean, they drafted two quarterbacks in the first round back to back, or I
Yeah.
don't know what round, but it was close to the
Well,
first.
no,
So,
yeah, it
or it was the
was.
first, right?
I
Can't
think it
remember. I want
was.
to be wrong.
Wasn't Will Levis a first rounder, Jalil?
Oh, he was the first rounder.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
That's
Yeah.
they.
why. That's why
Yeah,
we were all like, "What is Tennessee doing?"
What are they doing?
Yeah.
They just drafted Willis in the third round, and here you go, draft quarterback in the first round.
Yep. That's why I don't have faith in the Atlanta Falcons. How you give Kirk all that money and you gonna get old boy?
because
Gonna
they see what can happen if Kurt get hurt or if Kurt retires sooner
make
than later.
But
Yeah,
They
still, you're
get
they
not developing.
nervous.
You're not
they just
developing the young guy.
scared. They just
Yeah,
they drafted scare. That's what that. They're just like, oh well, what if he gets like? What do you mean?
But
Like
I'm
you
I'm
just
just
paid him all this money.
I don't know if I've just been like spoiled being like a Steeler fan for a long time because I was so used to okay, this guy was drafted first, second round, whatever. He's not going to see the field in 2 years. I
right.
knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew that this guy was not going to see the field, like defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
Now people are getting drafted expected to start,
Mm.
expected. You know,
Right.
I'm not used. I'm still not used to that. It's crazy. Way back when Dick LeBeau was calling the defense for Pittsburgh, he never started somebody who just got drafted.
Mm.
Ever. Ever. He was like, no, you're a rookie. You got to learn this system. Rookies didn't start on that defense, dog. That was
Wow.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
insane. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as someone who is who's been in that quarterback hellhole, like where you're trying to
Yeah, yeah,
find
yeah.
one, like
It was literally like
you
those
do
two.
want it to be every year, bro. Like that's the
Mhm.
problem if it's not there, immediately switch out. Get someone else out
Right.
because they had all the opportunities to succeed and it's just not turning out for them. And it's like it's fucked up, but as a fan, you just want it to be over and done with. Get the new guy in. Obviously,
Yeah.
if you're in the room with them, like you want to develop them, like for the
Yeah.
sake of your job and for the team around you, like you want to do right by the quarterback. But if you're a fan, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, get him out. Get him out.
Yeah, but that's why there's that fine line between that fan life and that, okay, the reality of the situation.
Mhm.
Everybody wants
And
that
in the
rookie to
game.
go in and take a job. And like, hell, I would love if Justin Fields came and was that same guy we saw at Ohio State. But we
Mhm.
also got to live in reality. I trust that Russell Wilson can do what he needs to do because he's the vet. He got Super Bowl rings. He understands the systems and stuff. Justin Fields, yeah, he's the talented young guy, but I need him to learn. I need
Yeah,
him to understand the game.
I do
Yeah,
think
they
that's better.
understand what I'm saying. So,
Mhm.
you know,
How you feel about y'all 53
Oh wait,
man
wait.
roster?
I was gonna finish, Bryce, just
Oh
real
yeah, go
quick.
ahead.
Any sad departures? Anybody that you thought would make the team but didn't? I mean, AJ Dillon going down. I know that hurts.
that hurts.
It does, but
Quadzilla.
next man up. You know what I'm saying? Like we drafted USC's one of the best rushers that they had in a long time. He's
Hmm.
at the number 2 back. We also drafted Wilson last year. And Wilson he ate. You know what I'm saying? He
No,
ate in the
he was a
preseason.
Bronco. He was a Bronco. He got released by the Broncos, and then y'all picked him up
Oh,
last year.
I thought he was a free agent. I mean, not a free agent. I thought we had drafted him. But
No, he was
my
a.
apologies.
No, you're good.
But yeah, he's been solid, and I think he sees that he can get some touches. I mean, right now it's an open competition at that 2 back. So
Hmm.
Josh Jacobs getting all he gonna have, but that's crazy now that AJ Dillon is hurt just because now he's officially the third down back as well as he's an every down back now.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no we splitting touches no more. It's gonna be Josh Jacobs, and if he need a breather, somebody else gonna have to come
No,
in and tote the rock or block.
but I thought Wilson played well in the preseason,
He did.
and I like Wilson because he
He
was a
did.
Bronco, so I followed him last year, and he was doing good for you guys last year.
Yeah,
Now
when
another
he
year
got
in the
touches.
system.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll get some more looks, man. That'd be good for
I
you
think
guys.
Lloyd is more explosive. I think he's more explosive than Wilson.
Okay. Okay.
Wilson run hard and he gonna get his yards, but Lloyd might break it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's I like. I
Well,
think Wilson's play style is similar to Jacobs,
Yeah.
so they're able to be interchangeable. And then,
Downhill, quick first step, can still make a man miss, but will still run your ass over too.
and
but
then
it's not
Lloyd
like
will
a
be
big
the
run
third
back.
down. Yeah, the Lloyd will be the third down back. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll
we'll
see.
see. I don't think Josh Jacobs is gonna be coming off the field for real, for real. I think he's
Ooh.
gonna be on every other down. He'll probably come out, of course, 1 or 2 plays, but I don't think we giving him this money and making him the back that we making him our guy for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
You got to
Okay.
fill that void of Aaron Jones, man. That was your dog.
Man, that one hurt. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, that's the saddest part because I was celebrating for like, what? We got Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones. I was like,
I'm
we about to be
saying,
running that UNLV go, 2
dog.
back, split back. We about to be going stupid. And then the next day, trade him.
Then
Oh, man.
I don't know. He must have felt some kind of way, or they gave more money. Do you know?
He probably wanted more money, but
He definitely wanted more money. And it was
But
like,
did they
we
give it
just,
to him? And
no, bro. We just spent it on Josh Jacobs. The bag you wanted, we just spent it on a whole nother running back
uh-huh.
to come in
Crazy.
here and do half of your job, if not take your shit.
yeah,
And
And he
who's
wasn't
younger?
going for that.
Who's the
Josh
younger back?
Jacobs.
yeah.
Jacobs.
Hey, that running back position is tough, man.
Yeah, you got to be young, got to be somewhat healthy.
They do not pay y'all. They do not pay running back.
Yeah, that's a shame.
No, they don't. Okay, Jalil, you go ahead and start with your team up in Pittsburgh.
All right, up in the town, the Pittsburgh town. You know what? I'll say it was expected.
Okay.
Everybody
What was?
I mean, everything. Russell Wilson being the starter.
Okay.
Our receiving core, our offensive line, like down to the defense, like every position on that field, you knew that person was going to be that guy. You
Okay.
know,
So you're
the defense.
happy with the team. You're happy with the 53.
Absolutely, I knew this was going to be a 53-man roster. I knew it. You know, like everything that came out with was expected. The thing that I love about Mike Tomlin is he tells you straight up what he's doing, but people are just like always speculating what they think he might be saying. He's telling you exactly what he's going to do every single time. Russell Wilson is our guy. He said that as soon as he came in.
And I was gonna ask you. So he said that like it was a tough decision, not because it was a bad thing, but because they did a lot of things well. Do you
Yeah,
agree with that?
absolutely. You know, because I'm still a firm believer on, how preseason goes. Preseason, they work on the things that they know they need work on. Like they're going to call certain
Yeah,
plays,
you
like,
said
okay,
that.
we need to work on this for, they need to do this. Not going to play to their strengths, going to play to their weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So they put Russell Wilson in some serious stuff. They wanted to really test the offensive line out against Buffalo. You know, they were getting their ass handed to them by Buffalo. They did a better job that next game with Detroit. I feel like Detroit might have a better pass rush than Buffalo. But they were holding it down, you know. Justin Fields is that guy to get out the pocket so many times, going to try to make something miss. I saw Russell Wilson make so many great throws, though, Doug, that I haven't seen from a quarterback in Pittsburgh in a long time since Ben was there. Like, I mean, Russ had the time. He threw a corner out to Pickens, and I'm talking about, and it looked effortless, bro. I was like, oh, yeah, no, we good.
In the bucket.
Because we just need, like I said, we just need competency. We don't need the extra. We just need competence. We
Right.
don't need somebody to go in there and try to do extra. We need you to do the job. You feel me? So like, the 53-man roster, man, and then come on, now look at that defense. Did y'all see that 53-man roster on defense, man?
I didn't. Go ahead and like,
Bruh,
let us know.
That like Pro
I know it was
Bowlers
crazy.
at every level. Like you got Minka Fitzpatrick, you got Elliott, who came from Pittsburgh, who came from Baltimore. Got Patrick Queen, T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, who the young buck Nick Herbig. I don't know if you guys been watching this Nick Herbig kid. Like I don't know what it is about outside linebackers out of Wisconsin, but they can pass rush their ass off.
He can play, man.
They can play. Larry Ogunjobi. Who else did I saw? Oh, at the cornerback position, man, Joey Porter Jr. Jackson that came out of Carolina. Like these guys, they know the game and they're like top 10 at their position.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ Watt, dog, like, come on, we really got to say anything about this dude? Like,
that's all I was like. Everybody's a dog, but in my head, all I hear is TJ Watt is like he gonna be such a problem. And it's like I was like just watching a little of the NFL previews from week 1, just seeing what they think and who's the matchups to see. And that Pittsburgh defense, bro, I know Porter about to be shadowing all the ones. He about to be that guy. He's athletic. He has the length. Like he can run.
And then another thing too that I saw, Cam Sutton came back to Pittsburgh after spending that time in Detroit. And
he did?
Cam Sutton's back in Pittsburgh. So, and he's going to come in and be that slot corner like he was before. I think he's down for 3 games because he has some personal stuff off the field. But man, when he comes back, that's another vet that will just add to that, man. And then you mix that with consistency on offense, which I believe they will, because they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play action you to death. Like, because it's going to be really hard to stop Jalen Warren and Najee Harris. And then Cordell Patterson.
I was about to say 3-headed beast, bro. Y'all really have a 3-headed beast back there.
It's crazy. And then you got, the edges wise, you got the George Pickens, you got Roman Wilson. I'm excited to see who's going to come up as that number 2 receiver. I'm really excited about that. It could be Calvin Austin Jr. It could be who the guy that came out of Philly. What was his name?
Watkins?
No, not Watkins. Is it Quez Watkins? I could be wrong. And then is Robinson still there? I forgot. I need to pull up that 53-man real quick. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna just double check it so I'm not giving up false info.
No, you're fine.
So I will never give you guys false information. I always make sure I'm saying the utmost stuff.
Hey,
Go Blue, man. I hope Roman Wilson show up.
Yeah. Yeah. Roman Wilson, another one. So
No,
right here, wide receivers. You got Calvin Austin III, Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller, George Pickens, Roman Wilson. Yeah, Van Jefferson. He
oh,
was
Van
in.
Jefferson. Okay.
Van Jefferson was in what's it called? He was in I was gonna say St. Louis. He
The
was in LA.
Rams. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then who else am I looking at? Yeah, Deshaun Elliott. That's who came from Baltimore as well. Who came with Patrick Queen. Peyton Wilson.
How is he?
He's a dog. He's a dog. Oh, he's a
Bro,
dog.
I loved him coming out of the draft.
He was my number one linebacker.
He was a dog.
He was crazy. And he
His
had a
film shows it. His 40 shows it. Like,
Yeah. Hey, and remember this name at defensive line, Keanu Benton. Keanu Benton is going to like really establish his dominance this year. He's going to be rolling in with Cameron Hayward. He might be that one tech that will be right next to him inside. This dude is a monster. He had limited snaps in preseason, but every time he was in there, it was bad. It was bad for the person in front of him. So remember that name. But
Keanu Benton.
But there was nothing that shocked me about the 53 man. Like everybody else supposed to go. No.
How it was. Nice.
I trust Mike Tomlin, and here we go.
Okay.
My name is Jaleel Briley, and I approve this message.
My boy. Okay. Great job, Jalil.
Thank you,
I am sold. There was a lot of people that are doubting the Steelers this year, like you were saying. It's like he's been so good for so long. Mike Tomlin is.
Yeah.
It's just I always have bet against him. I'm done betting against him. I'm done.
Please stop that.
Like,
Because think about this. He's done worse. He's done better with less.
worse. Yes.
Like it's crazy.
Yes. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
And like people like I remember how he was talking up the Browns or like when we were at my party or when we were out. I didn't think it through. Okay. I do think their defense is gonna be good, but they're not gonna be good,
no.
unfortunately.
They're gonna be able to run the ball, of course, but
The Browns.
Oh yeah, no.
They're gonna catch a few. They're gonna catch a few people slipping. I think they'll have a little bit more direction than they usually have.
And you know what's crazy?
I want to see Jerry Jeudy eat. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy too? Like when you look at it, people are writing off the Steelers already, saying that they're going to be the number 4 team in that division.
The Steelers?
And yeah, now they finished third in the division last year. Remember, the whole division was over 500.
Right.
So
the whole division was
the whole division was over 500. It's crazy.
Y'all gotta compete.
Got to.
That is crazy, man. Because like I'm scared to like the Bengals because I do really like their defense, but and obviously they have all the weapons on offense, like wide receiver wise, to be lethal. But is Joe Burrow going to be healthy? And that is like, it's kind of scary to be betting on the Bengals, even though they're a good bet.
Did they invest money on their offensive line in the offseason?
Nope.
Then that's there's the answer to your question. They're going to be the same team as last year. I don't care who you throw in the backfield, who you throw at the edge. If you can't protect that man, don't get hurt.
Yeah. And then the Ravens always whoop their ass too.
Always.
So it's hard to be high on the Bengals. So yeah,
it's still a Baltimore Pittsburgh division.
Yeah,
it always will be.
Yeah,
I think the Bengals are still suffering from that Super Bowl hangover.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but no teams are ever the same after that.
Hey, look at the Panthers, bro. Since we beat them in the Super Bowl,
y'all broke the organization.
Yeah, broke their heart,
bro. That shit is so like, it's everything, bro. Like you have to win. You just have to. You make it a Super Bowl, right? You just have to win.
Yeah.
Okay. You better win, or you might not see it. That's why the Niners, bro, you went and you lost a whole bunch. It's, yeah,
It's
done with
gonna
you.
be
I'm
tough.
done
It's
with
gonna be
Shanahan.
tough.
Yeah. So
Hey,
what
but
about the Broncos?
I
Okay.
gotta
Oh, my
sign
fault.
off, fellas.
All right.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, brother. Be smooth, man. Have a good
All right.
night.
All right. You too. Love
Enjoy
y'all.
yourself.
Love
Love
you.
you too, gang.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Okay.
So what about the Broncos? How
So
you feeling about it?
first of all, I want to say my high salute Tim Patrick, bro. Like, man, homie has been through it with 2 year ending injuries, like both of them being so lethal. Like, he came back and he was on his grind and he was doing good and everybody
Right.
in the whole locker room was behind him, bro.
Right.
And and they were just like, yeah, no, we're moving on. And it's like, damn, dude, that it's like so cold, but I understand, you know, because he's,
Time for a change.
yeah, man. And so they got this one kid from literally from Utah, the same college as Tim Patrick. And this kid, he's 26, as a rookie, because he served a mission and then he went 4 years. So he's like an older prospect, but he took Tim Patrick's number and he literally plays like Tim Patrick. It's so crazy. Like,
Damn.
and they kept him um on their wide receivers.
That's the
Um
league, man.
and instead of Tim, and it's just like, damn, dude. That's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
so fucked up. But
it is though. But that shows also how ready these rookies are though.
yeah.
All these rookies, a lot of them make these 53 man rosters, bro.
Hmm.
So the fact that they make the roster, I'm like, dang, they coming out of these colleges, they ready to play now. Because they, of course, they are a little older, but it don't really matter if you get in the league at 26. That just means you had a whole lot of football you seen before you got here, to where when I get my shot, I'm gonna do my job instead of being drafted young and have to develop. And maybe you get in, maybe you don't, maybe they don't believe.
Hmm.
It's just crazy.
It is.
Because
It
once you
is
get that
tough.
shot, you about to take it though.
Yeah. It's tough, man. Like, I hope that because we're not better as a wide receiver group without Tim Patrick, man. Like, we're not better. But eventually, maybe the rookies can come along and become Tim Patrick. But like week one, ready for Seattle, like we're worse than we are, I feel.
Right.
But
Mm,
but
without
okay.
Patrick, that's how you feel about the offense without
Yeah,
without the
so
quarterback.
because of the wideouts, yeah, they're so inexperienced.
So with that cut, you think maybe they got something up their sleeve to where they thought that was valuable?
Yeah,
They
so
got to, right?
I'll talk about the wide receivers in a moment. The quarterbacks, we kept Zach Wilson. Did you like that?
I figured he's not bad, but he just don't need no pressure, bro. I feel like he's had pressure on him ever since he got to the league to save him.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like he wasn't ready. He did learn a little bit. I mean, he still was better last year. Being under A Rod is just I got a little glimpse of like they dynamic, and I don't think it was like a learn from it. It was like a little brother, big brother type of thing, but it just didn't seem like he was like, I don't know, like picking his head about shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like he did learn a little bit, but I think Zach Wilson is just that type of quarterback who he gonna always have a job. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he looked decent. He had a good time, but I didn't think that he was as good as the numbers suggested. He got lucky a lot of those times.
Mm,
One, he threw the ball like on a busted screen pass right into the belly of the defender who's jumping. Like, anyone else probably that's a starter is probably intercepting that. You're lucky it's a third stringer,
right.
you know? And then the deep pass that he had to Brandon Johnson against the Cardinals, that should have been intercepted. The DB just overran it because their DBs were atrocious. Like I don't Arizona's DBs, I'm sorry, but it was bad.
Weak.
But so we kept three. We kept the three quarterbacks, which I wanted because they're all gonna learn from each other.
Right.
Jared Stidham used to go to Auburn with um with Bo Nix, believe it or not. He was like his mentor. I don't know if you knew that, but
I get it. That's
yeah,
interesting. I
he
like
like
Stidham though. I think Stidham makes the right decisions at times.
yeah, he's fine.
He does his job.
He's fine. He does his job exactly. He's a backup quarterback. He was disappointed that he didn't get it, but like who the fuck would it be? Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but if you're not trying to get the starting job, like what are you doing in the NFL? Like you're trying to just live as a backup. Like I get it
Right.
eventually, Josh McCown, Fitzpatrick, those guys. Yeah, but you're still young, like, like
They accepting that role early.
mhm. Um We kept the four running backs. I like the running backs, but they let Tyler Beatty go, and I really was sad. But then we signed him back to the practice squad, so we're okay.
That's a good pickup.
Okay. So the wide receivers: Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims Jr., Josh Reynolds, Cortland Sutton, and then Devon Vele, which is Tim Patrick light. I didn't know they would only go with five, but I guess last year they only went with four. So
Yeah.
this is like Sean Payton's like recipe is to have
One
like
depth.
no, not that much depth at wideout because
Shit,
I
five
guess
is deep.
five is
Five is deep.
five
You
is
can put
deep.
you can put four on the field at times, or they gonna run three
Yeah.
and throw in some different combinations. Some people might take the ball out the backfield, or like a screen,
Mm,
sub them in, keep everybody fresh. Could
yeah.
could could try to create some mismatches.
I thought they would keep like six, but kept five. So it just sucks that Tim Patrick was let go. So it's it sucks. But the tight ends were fine. The lineman was fine. Um, they kept this guy named Frank Crum who was getting his ass kicked at camp, but he's like super big and they like him a lot, so they had to keep him on his roster, which I thought was whatever. Bryce, our D line is so deep.
That's what I was going to ask you too. I was just about to ask you
We
that.
got Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, Jordan Jackson. That's that kid I was telling you about who got the two sacks. Um, DJ Jones, Malcolm Roach, and then Ime Aruzarique. And he's the guy that got suspended for gambling, but we brought him back. Bro, I don't know. Our defense is gonna be stacked, man. It's gonna be stacked. The linebackers, that kid who got the 94 pick six, he made the team. Cody Barton, Alex Singleton, Justin Sternad, who was hitting. Justin Sternad was hitting. He was hitting against the Packers too. Homie was a beast. Outside linebackers are good, corners are good, and then we kept five safeties. So I liked it. The only thing I was just like sad was Tim Patrick, man, and then yeah, everyone else pretty good. So
That's good. Y'all should be prepared then.
I'm excited. I'm hella
I
excited.
want to see a new team. I want the new uniforms to stand for something.
Hmm. Okay. Um, okay, so then that'll be it for this video, guys. I appreciate everyone who stopped by today. Appreciate you, Bryce.
Of course, of
We're gonna
course.
end it here, and then um, we'll start it back up for the fantasy. Okay, take it easy, guys, and as always, stay classy, San Diego.